I talk, you listen. Welcome to my one-man panel of madness. Hey everyone, it's Dr. Gio Who, and the sound might have improved a little bit, hopefully, but still working on some new stuff. And really just trying to figure out how to produce this show and these segments with better technology. Right now, I'm still in the process of going through some stuff and haven't really been able to get better equipment, I guess you could say. So, and unfortunately, the animation has had to stop for a while. So, just looking at my animated avatar. But things are getting better, and we will see some new stuff coming soon, I promise. Maybe within the next few weeks, hopefully. But anyways, something I just cannot stop thinking about is that short little teaser that they released for HBO Max of the Zack Snyder release of Justice League. And I'm excited because, I mean, if you just watched it, and if you haven't watched it, you should watch it. I know that a few of the actors, I think, posted it on Twitter. Sorry, I was thinking about Twister, and more on that later. But so if you haven't seen it, you have to check it out. I mean, I just looking at that teaser, and I'll go through it really quickly. It's Diana Prince, and she's looking at some form of artwork that features Darkseid. And that cuts into kind of like a shot of sort of seeing Darkseid in the back. And this, it kind of mirrored the scene, if you saw Justice League, where the Amazonians, the Atlanteans, everybody was kind of fighting to get the mother boxes. And it's kind of like that. But it was just, I just think to myself, if they had this, why didn't they just do this? You know, I love Josh Whedon, but I hate him at the same time right now. I'm thinking, why? You know, why you don't take somebody else's work and say, well, I'm going to kind of put my twist on it. I think that was wrong. I almost felt like the movie should have just paused and just let Zack Snyder and his wife Deborah just take the time that they needed to heal and then push forward. I think fans would have accepted that a lot more than having a whole different director with a whole different tone take over the project and give us something that was not, wasn't intended. So just that little teaser of Diana looking at Darkseid gave me goosebumps. Okay, like massive nerdgasm. I was so excited. I had to keep watching it and share it with everybody. So I know they're probably going to tease us all the way through 2021. So probably in the next few months, they'll probably give us a little more glimpses of what's to come. I'm sure they're going to go back to the original idea where Superman has the black suit, and that's what actually regenerates him, not the mother box. So it's definitely going to be a completely different movie or set of movies. Because if I remember correctly, Justice League was supposed to be part 1 and part 2. So I don't know. Will this happen as we all want it to be? Is it going to be worse? Should we have just left this alone? But I think it's going to be better. I think we're going to see a completely different movie that is just going to blow our minds. And we're all going to go, what the F? Why wasn't this not originally put out there? So yeah, that's just very exciting. But on the same DC side, I was even more excited to learn that Michael Keaton is in talks to be Batman, to reprise his role as Batman in various DC movies. Now, one report I read, supposedly he's going to be kind of like the Samuel L. Jackson, kind of like the way he was in the Avenger movies, where he would just kind of pop up every now and then, except in the one Avenger movies where he was in it the whole time. So I'm excited by that. I mean, Michael Keaton is still, to this very day, the only Batman for me. Oh, well, let me clarify. Adam West will always be kind of the Batman of my childhood before Michael Keaton arrived in 1989 as the Batman. And so even till this day, the Batman 1989 Tim Burton version is by far my most favorite of all the Batman productions. I like the Chris Nolan ones, but let's be honest, I'm just really, I mean, I was young when that one came out, and I was obsessed with Batman. I still even have the toys. I have the original Batmobile, the Batman little action figure. I mean, it was just, it was one of those movies that made me, I just want to be in this industry and so much, and just made me fall in love with comic books even more. So to me, Michael Keaton is the Batman. So I know we have the movie The Batman coming out with Robert Pattinson and so forth, but to me, again, I just always go back to the 1989 version to be my favorite. So I'm hoping this works out. There's been rumors that he is going to do it. Others are saying that he's in talks. So until something concrete comes out to where maybe he says, yes, I'm coming back, I'm going to wait. But it's really exciting because it'll be cool to see him as an older Bruce Wayne. Is he a Bruce Wayne from another dimension, another realm? I know that one talk was going to be in the Flash movie Flashpoint. So maybe he comes into this role. I don't know yet, but I'm excited enough. I'm like super excited that he could be coming back. They wanted to have him portray Batman again in a Batman Beyond movie, which I thought would have been great too. I don't think Michael Keaton's that old yet. I know, at least from the cartoons, Batman Beyond, by that point, Bruce Wayne is a lot more senior and very elderly. So I don't think they're going to go there, but it's exciting. I was excited in the Justice League movie when they used bits and pieces from the Danny Elfman theme from the Batman movie, from 1989 Batman. So I'm just saying, very, very exciting. One thing, just to shift gears here, because I did mention Twister. I just got this, and there is this idea of rebooting Twister. Now, here's the thing about Twister. I love Twister. It was a movie I saw with my mom. It was the year that I went to... there's so many things that happened. That was the year that I said goodbye to childhood in a way and left home with my 7th Doctor hat. I just watched Sylvester McCoy as the Doctor in the last episode I saw in my youth before going off to college. And that was the last movie I saw with my mother, I think, at the time. I saw other ones later, but that year just really reminds me of so much. A Doctor Who movie had come out, the TV movie. So there was a lot of stuff that happened in 96. It was a great year, and I saw Twister. So there's a reboot in the works, and I don't know. I don't know, Universal. I think, it's not, Twister is not Casablanca, obviously, and so forth, but it was such a good movie. Even the ride at Universal Orlando wasn't that great of a ride. It wasn't even an attraction. It was just something you experienced, being like in a scene from it. But I loved going in there because I love the movie so much. And so it looks like the guy that did Top Gun Maverick is supposedly attached to direct, which in Hollywood terms means, okay, he may or may not do it. We don't know. These are rumors. But it looks like they are going to try to reboot the Twister. The thing is, I don't want reboots. If you do, let's say, a Twister inspired movie, in other words, it takes 30 years, 20 years, they have kids, almost in line with like Ghostbusters Afterlife. It takes place in a different time. I'm okay with that because it's a continuation. But reboots are just, unless you're adding something special to it, or you're doing it as an anniversary special or something of that nature, I don't want it. Because I'm always going to go back to the original because it'll be the classic, And I was talking about Casablanca, and they did that. Warner Brothers, was it Warner Brothers? No, I can't remember. They tried to bring back the magic of Casablanca in so many ways. It just didn't work. They tried it with TV. They tried it with newer movies or, renditions or ideas based on Casablanca. It just didn't work. And for me, Casablanca is one of those movies. Love it. It's my second favorite movie of all time. But Twister to me is kind of like in that realm. It was, it's like Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park, you can rebuild on. You can make another part. Like they did with Jurassic World. They continued it. And it's not like, okay, we're going to reboot it. Well, they did say it was kind of a reboot, but in reality, it was a continuation of the original idea of Jurassic Park. But it wasn't Jurassic Park, the reboot, you know? And even in the second one, they had Dr. Ian in it. So it kind of, bridges all those movies. So that's just my take on it. I didn't like the fact that I read, oh, Universal's going to reboot Twister. I don't know. I'm just very fond of that movie, and I guess I get kind of, testy a bit when they try to reboot movies that I grew up with. And again, it's just that year, 1996. I can't say enough about that year. There was so many emotions and so many things, which is why, again, I go back and talk about, why Sylvester McCoy is always that doctor for me, is because of that year. He was one of the last doctors I saw, and one of the last episodes of Doctor Who I saw before going on was with Sylvester McCoy. So the same with Twister. Anyways, I think I've rambled enough. So, yeah, let's see what else I can come up with in the next few days. So thank you very much for listening. Subscribe, share, whatever. Okay, bye.